Hello everyone, thank you for joining me for today's Focus on the Test mini lesson. My name is Dr. Artist. Welcome. I would like to take this opportunity to encourage our students to continue the excellent progress that you're making and to remember that your labor is not in vain. It will pay off in the end. Also to our subscribers, thank you very much for your support. We truly appreciate it. And to our new subscribers, thank you for joining us. Welcome. Now, in 2019, we actually implemented our 2019 online GED and Hiset cohort. So if you are interested in earning your high school equivalency diploma in 2019 and you're looking for a support group, we do encourage you to visit our website and fill out the application to be considered. You can visit our website at www.yourpathforadultlearners.com. So now on to our discussion for today. Hello everyone, thank you for joining me for today's Focus on the Test mini lesson. My name is Dr. Artist. So today we will not be discussing any GED or Hiset problems. However, we will be discussing a very important concept as it pertains to you testing in 2019, and that topic is test anxiety. Yes, it is a very real concept and it happens to each and every one of us just at different levels. So today, I will be referencing this particular article, What is Test Anxiety? Test anxiety can make it difficult to do well on exams, and it is written by Kendra Cherry. So now, what is test anxiety? Test anxiety is a psychological condition in which people experience extreme distress and anxiety in testing situations. It is a performance anxiety in situations where the pressure is on and good performance counts, such as when you're taking your GED or Hiset exam. Of course, you want to do your best because you know that in order to earn your high school equivalency diploma, you have to pass your exam. People can become so anxious that they are actually unable to do their best. So when you have test anxiety, you're not really able to focus and give it your 100% because you're too anxious, too nervous to really perform at your very best. So now, what are the symptoms relating to test anxiety? There are several symptoms relating to test anxiety, and they can be categorized, according to Kendra, in 3 areas. So you have your physical symptoms, your cognitive behavioral symptoms, and your emotional symptoms. So your physical symptoms are sweating, shaking, rapid heartbeat, dry mouth, fainting, nausea, and then more milder symptoms will be butterflies in your stomach, whereas your more severe symptoms will be feeling physically ill. And then you have your cognitive behavioral symptoms where you may be fidgeting or outright avoidance of testing situations. So in this particular case, you are avoiding establishing a test date even if you have prepared for your exam. You also have your emotional symptoms where you may be feeling depression, low self-esteem, anger, and feeling of hopelessness. And individuals who fall into this category actually have difficulty even establishing the goal of pursuing their high school equivalency diploma because they do not want to actually test in order to earn that diploma. So now, what are some causes of test anxiety? There are several causes of test anxiety. One is that you may have a history of poor testing outcomes, meaning that you have tested in the past and you haven't done as well, and so therefore you have a negative attitude about testing. Also, there's being unprepared. So you may not feel that you're prepared enough to take the exam, and that idea would generate anxiety as well. Being afraid of failure would generate test anxiety. So if you have associated the test outcome to your self-worth or your abilities to perform on the exam, that would generate test anxiety as well. There's also some biological test anxiety causes. For example, in stressful situations, the body releases a hormone called adrenaline, and that puts you in the fight or flight response mode. And this response prepares you to either stay and deal with the stress or escape the situation altogether. There's also some mental causes of test anxiety that's associated to student expectations. So if you feel that you're not going to do as well on the exam, you'll generate test anxiety before and during the exam. So you want to be aware of the causes that are associated to test anxiety as well as the symptoms. So now, what are some of the ways in which we can overcome test anxiety or make sure that we're able to manage our test anxiety so that we do well on the exam? One of those ways are to make sure that you are prepared. Of course, you want to make sure that you have done your due diligence in terms of preparing for your exam so that you're able to give it your best shot in terms of passing the exam. Then you want to make sure that you banish any negative thoughts that you may have. So if you're thinking that you cannot pass the exam, you're not good enough to do well on the exam, you just do not have the skills or the knowledge to do well on the exam, you want to take note of those negative thoughts and you want to reverse them and begin to think positive about doing well on the exam, especially if you have prepared yourself. So you want to say to yourself, I can do this, I have this, because you have prepared for this moment. Another thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you get enough sleep the night before your exam. And I cannot stress this enough. Sleep is very important. It helps you to be physically prepared to take the exam as well as mentally alert to take the exam as well. You also want to be able to take deep breaths to calm yourself down. So if you find yourself being anxious before the exam, take a moment to really take deep breaths in and then exhale out slowly. And you want to do several of those, okay, in order to calm yourself down and put yourself in the mental relaxed state that you need to be in order to concentrate on the exam. You also want to keep in mind that none of us are perfect, and so therefore you want to avoid the perfectionist trap. Now, you're not being asked to complete everything on the test. You are being asked to demonstrate a high school completer's level of competency in terms of demonstrating your knowledge base and skills level. So now, what are the takeaways from today's lesson? One is that test anxiety is real. It is a real concept, and we all experience test anxiety to some degree. If you are an individual who experiences test anxiety at a severe level, then you definitely want to consult with your physician to see how to best cope with your level of anxiety. If you are one who experiences it at a less severe level, then you want to be able to identify what those symptoms are and then put mechanisms in place so that you're able to cope with your anxiety before and during the exam. So if you are scheduled to take your exam in February of 2019, good luck testing. So good luck testing. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification button down below so that you're notified on our new releases. Also, join us on our other social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.